Let's be honest, we've all heard the word epidemiology a ton, especially over the last few years. It's all over the place. But if someone asked you to define it, right here, right now, could you? It sounds kind of complex, but I promise, by the end of this, it's all gonna click.
So let's just dive right in with a little pop quiz. Take a look at this. This is the puzzle we're going to solve together today. Just think for a second about what your answer would be, because in a few minutes, you're going to know the right one for sure.
You know, sometimes the best way to understand what something is to start by getting really clear on what it is not. So, before we jump into the real definition, let's clear the fog and bust a few common myths about it.
Okay, first one up. Is epidemiology just about looking at your personal medical chart? You know, your individual history. It seems like a pretty reasonable guess, but it actually kind of misses the forest for the trees.
And here's why. See, on the right, you've got clinical medicine. That's your doctor. And they're focused entirely on you, your health history, your symptoms. You're the single tree. But epidemiology, on the left, zooms way, way out. It's not studying one tree, it's looking at the health of the entire forest. We're talking about health patterns across whole populations.
All right, how about this one? Genetics. We hear all the time that our DNA is the blueprint for our health. So is epidemiology basically just the study of our genes?
Well, not exactly. Think of it like a giant puzzle. Genetics is a hugely important piece of that puzzle for sure. There's even a whole subfield for it. But it's still just one piece. The broader field of epidemiology has to put all the other pieces together too, like our environment, our lifestyle, all of it, to see the whole picture.
And our final myth to bust for today. Does epidemiology just mean scientists in a lab running trials for new drugs and treatments? That's obviously super important work, but is it the whole story?
Again, it's a part of it, but not the whole shebang. I really like this analogy. Epidemiology is the overall strategy, the big picture game plan for public health. A clinical trial, that's a really powerful tool that gets used to execute that strategy, but the strategy itself is always bigger than any one tool.
Okay, so we've cleared away what it isn't. It's not just about one person, it's not just about one gene, and it's not just about one medicine. So, let's get to the real deal. What is it?
And here we go. This is it. The answer to our puzzle from the beginning. Epidemiology is the study of the distribution and determinants of health-related events in populations. Now I know, that sounds a little academic, like a textbook definition, but let's just break down the 3 key words here that make it all make sense.
First up, we've got distribution. This is really just the search for patterns. It's the part of the job that's all about answering the basic questions. Who is being affected? Where are they? And when is this all happening? It's like creating a map of what's going on.
So once you have that map, you get to the determinants. This is the detective work. This is where you ask how and why. It's all about finding the cause. Think about that famous story of John Snow back in 1850s London. He mapped out all the cholera cases and realized they were clustered around one single water pump. That pump was the determinant. He found the source. That's this part of the job.
And finally, populations. This brings us right back around to the beginning, back to that idea of the forest. The most important thing to remember is that this science is always focused on the health of the group, a neighborhood, a city, a whole country, or even the entire world, not just one person.
So that's the definition. But here's the part that really counts. Why does this actually matter to us? Let's take a look at how this academic idea translates into real-world action that can and does save lives. This is what it's all about. By studying the distribution, that who, where, and when, we can understand how diseases actually spread. By digging into the determinants, the why, we can identify the real risk factors. And by keeping the focus on populations, we can design these huge public health strategies with one main goal: preventing and controlling threats to all of our health. And at the end of the day, that's the mission. It's right here. It's about using knowledge to design smart strategies that focus on prevention and control. It's not just about studying problems. It's a science built on taking action to solve them. So now, the next time you hear about some health trend in the news, you'll know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. That search for the who, where, when, and why. Which leaves us with one final thought. What health patterns might be happening in your own community that an epidemiologist could be studying right now? Because chances are, someone is looking at them, working to keep you and everyone around you safe. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.